Hi everyone. I kicked Mr. Dimwood out of my life. Sounds amazing. We will be discussing about 8 lean waste in any type of company. If we see an activity, it can be divided into two types, value added and non-value added. That is VA and NVA. If the activity is adding any value to the product, it is called a value added activity. In case it doesn't add any value to the product, we may call it as non-value added activity. Now, the non-value added activity are further classified as essential and non-essential activities. Essential activities are basically related to the business transactions like maintaining accounts, where the activity is not directly linked in adding value to the product. As a matter of fact, we can say that 1 to 5% of all the activities are contributing to the value to the product. We will be focusing on non-value added activities which are non-essential activities. Muda. This is basically a Japanese word which stands for waste. Waste can be defined as a symptom. And we need to find out the root cause and eliminate it. The waste points to some specific problem within the system. Majorly, the waste are classified in 7 types: transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overprocessing, overproduction, defects. Transportation is basically shifting one material from point A to point B. We are not adding any value to the product. We are just moving from A to B. As an example, shipping hard copies that requiring signature is an example of a waste of transportation. Inventory, maintaining huge number of inventory, buffer, safety stock, call it. But it is basically a waste. We are just storing money in a store, and the money is depreciating, right? So we can say inventory is a waste. Motion, the operator has to do many type of motions like bending, twisting, turning, reaching to the particular equipment, particular part. Machines just cutting the air. They are not doing the specific job for certain time. Or a robotic motion getting home, right? So all these type of examples are type of motion waste. Waiting. The machine is waiting for raw material or for other things. This is a waste. Overprocessing, where we do overprocessing, we add more value to the product than required, right? So it is an example of overprocessing. The market doesn't demand it, but we are just adding some value. So this is called overprocessing. Duplicate entries are such examples. Overproduction. If we cannot sell it, we should not produce it, right? So overproduction at any point of the assembly line is a waste. Defects. They arises of poor quality, maybe of material or some additives, or by the way of induced error in the measuring instrument or some tools, right? So this is an example of waste due to defects. So we just looked 7 type of waste: transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. We can categorize all these 7 waste into 3: people, quantity, and quality. Overprocessing, waiting, and motion are majorly related to people, while inventory, transportation, overproduction are majorly related with quantity, while defects are related with quality. Now comes the eighth waste. The eighth waste is people's unused skills. We have skills, but they are not used. Skills get corroded over a period of time if they're not put to use, and no one will benefit out of it, neither the person nor the organization. And it brings down the motivation of whole team, and we cannot make up for the lost opportunities. So we should look after who has what type and what level of skills, and we should always try to use them so that the expertise is further developed and benefit is taken out of it. So let's kick out Mr. Tim Woods out of our organization. Be efficient.